This is Austin from the Austin channel. It's been a while since I reviewed anything, and so here we are with the review of John Wick Chapter 2. And John Wick Chapter 2 is the sequel to this highly successful 2014 action flick, John Wick, starring Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves is back as John Wick. And so at the beginning of John Wick, it takes off, of John Wick 2, it starts where John Wick retrieves his car that was stolen from him in the first movie, and it was of course he has to fight his way to get it. It's not easy task, like he's going to walk in there and just get his car. I mean, and of course, yeah, a lot of bad guys die, and he retrieves it from the brother, played by the brother of, you know, Michael Nifquist's villain in the first movie, and the brother is played by, you know, Peter Stormare, which of course Peter Stormare has been is a you know, character actor who's been recently seen as far as I can last remember him, is that, yeah, he was the villainous ghost in 22 Jump Street. I mean, which of course, yeah, John Wick retrieves his car, and that finishes off that chapter of Chapter 1, as we should now call the first movie. So John Wick is proposed by this, you know, high-ranking Italian mobster who, well, before he can even specify what he wants John Wick to do, John Wick tells him no. And then in anger, this punk blows up John Wick's house. So yeah, John Wick is avenging his burnt down house. And later he confronts the guy, and what he learns is that he wants John Wick to kill his sister. So John Wick goes to Italy, gets ready, and, you know, goes to Italy and meets up with the sister. And when he does corner her, she decides to kill herself. I know that's a bit of a spoiler. She slits her wrists in the big jacuzzi, and she dies. And then John Wick is forced to do a mercy kill with a bullet to the head. And then he meets up with Common, and then it just Common and him, they fight, and, you know, he's chased by you know, Common's minions, and then it just, you know, he fights them off, and then he manages to get back to New York. And then this villain is like, real stinker he decides, well, hey, I put a price on your head. Yeah, he puts a price on John Wick's head, and it all goes downhill from there. And I gotta say, I mean, Keanu Reeves is very cool in this role. I mean, he's an awesome John Wick. He's awesome as John Wick. And, you know, okay, yes, you have Lawrence Fishburne making a cameo in this movie. And, of course, Keanu Reeves and Lawrence Fishburne, they did the Matrix movies, so I think that's pretty cool. I gotta say, like, the villain in this movie, the main villain, like, Common was great in his role. Ruby Rose was great as the henchman. They were more standout as main antagonists, but, like, this villain is like, okay, it's like, I don't like him. It's like the way he talks and his mannerisms is just like, okay, yes, his sister who dies is like Italian, but this dude, he's just your fucking stereotypical Hollywood dago-wop. I mean, that's all I can say about the guy. You don't think that I did? Sorry, what kind of man would I be if I didn't avenge my sister? Like, he's that type of motherfucker. But whatever. I don't know whether this guy ends up on my best or my worst performances list of 2017. Only time will tell. But for the time, I would say I enjoyed John Wick Chapter 2. It builds up for a third movie, just the way it ends. And for John Wick Chapter 3, yeah, I think a Sandra Bullock cameo would be nice. Okay, being that Speed is one of my favorite action movies, so yeah, I would love to see Sandra Bullock in John Wick 3. But I would say I would give this movie 3 out of 4 stars. Grand old time. And that's my review, and you have a good one.